This is Sarah Jacobelli for SLIS 7401, Spring 2011, and I did for my library case study Alan J. Ellender Memorial Library at Nicholls State University in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Now my case was a little bit different. I'm following Amanda, who did a very large library or many library systems at Stanford. Nicholls is very small, and I actually did not expect to find as much as I did. It was interesting. Nicholls State University, since it was so close, I was able to go there in person, and I was able to interview the director, Carol Mathias, in person. She spent most of her career as an archivist and the last 6 years as the library director. And I also interviewed Clifton Theriot, who is an archivist and an associate professor. Nicholls is located in Thibodaux, Louisiana, founded in 1948, serves almost 5,000 students, and most of the students are in the surrounding 6-parish area. Quite a few students are commuters, that they do have residential housing. 3/4 of the Nicholls population is from the immediate 6-parish area surrounding the campus. And Nicholls is a public university. It's a small university. It was named after Francis Redding T. Lude Nicholls, who was a Supreme Court Justice and a Louisiana governor. And the university is in South Central Louisiana. Its mission includes research, teaching, and service. And the school is accredited by the Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. Students can earn an associate degree, a baccalaureate degree, a master's degree, or specialist level degrees. And Nicholls has almost 5,000 students. 4,798 are undergraduates, 124 are graduates in a master's program, and 14 are graduates in a specialty program. The campus is 210 acres and is situated along Bayou Lafourche, which is a major estuary. In the area, industries are centered on agriculture, fishing, and the petrochemical industries. And the campus is approximately an hour from either New Orleans or Baton Rouge, and it's located in Cajun country. So it's the Cajun culture. What is unique about Nicholls? Nicholls has several exceptional programs that the University of Louisiana system identifies as unique areas of excellence, and that is the John Folse Culinary Institute, the Biological Sciences with an emphasis on marine and environmental sciences, nursing, allied health services, teacher education, accounting and information systems, and child, family, and social services. They also have something called the Louisiana Women in Government, which is to encourage leadership in women. The goal is to prepare women for leadership and public service roles. And this center has a Hall of Fame featuring outstanding women from Louisiana. And there's also the Center for Dyslexia and Related Learning Disabilities. They are located at Nicholls, and they partner with Max Charter School, which is actually on the campus, and that's a pioneering school devoted solely to the education of children with dyslexia. And students can receive an education tailored to their needs free of charge, and a similar school in Texas costs almost $20,000 a year. And the Max Charter School, not only does it benefit the students with dyslexia, and it also benefits the education department at Xavier because students there are involved with the school. Nicholls also supports the community by hosting a small business development center. Other strong features of the small college are a partnership with Tulane University's medical school and the international study programs. A couple things about Nicholls that are kind of unique is the fact that it has the biological sciences, marine, and environmental program, and I thought that was interesting because of the environment. And since the school is located on Bayou Lafourche, students that are studying marine and environmental science and biological sciences have the environment right there. And this is very important in this day and age because we're fighting the erosion of our coastlines. And people entering this field are really on the cutting edge of stopping pollution, saving the wildlife and fisheries, and the troubled seafood industry. So after all these hurricanes, such as Katrina, Gustav, Ike, and the British petroleum oil spill, this field is more important than than previous. More important than ever, actually. There's also the John Folse Culinary Arts School, which focuses on Louisiana cooking, and this is an excellent culinary school, and it's one of the lower cost culinary schools in the world, actually. There's Nicholls also supports the Small Business Development Center to help local people in small businesses, which helps the community. And they also have a partnership with Tulane Medical School and an international study program. So I found more than I expected, actually, for a small college. The library is Allen J. Ellender Memorial Library, and it was built in 1980, just before the internet explosion. And when I talked to the director, Carol Matthews, she said that unfortunately, since they were built in 1980, they do not have the amount of space that they really need for computers and internet access and computer labs and all the things that happened in the 80s and 90s. And they also don't have the electronic circuitry. So their library is really not big and modern enough for what's going on right now, because now college students need computers, they need internet access, and of course they use online databases. So things have changed. So they really do need a new physical building. The library was named after Allen J. Ellender, and he was a United States Senator from 1937 to 1972. The library's archives hold all of his senatorial papers, which includes 1,300 photos and thousands of documents. So his archives donated to the library, and they named the library after him, and that is also the largest collection that they have there. The librarians there have faculty status, and teaching, research, and service are their three goals as librarians. There are 29 librarians at Ellender, including student workers. They, let's see, what is unique about Ellender Library? Well, they have four aspects that I thought were really interesting, which kind of centers on their location, too. They have traditional Louisiana boat building, the Wetland Center, the New Arts Resource Center, which is in the pre-planning stage, and Louisiana Archives and Cajun History. The traditional Louisiana boat building, they're in the process of making a wooden boat museum, and that is going to be in Lockport. So they're moving the boats to the Lockport location, but it will still be part of the Ellender Library. And they're leaving the pirogues and some other smaller wooden boats and the documents and the photographs right there at the library in Thibodaux. They have photos, oral history tapes, and artifacts. This was built in 1979, and the whole idea was to preserve the knowledge of this craft. And they also offer classes in wooden boat building. And those are not for credit classes. Those are classes where you just go and learn how to build a boat. The Wetland Center is located on the third floor in Government Documents, and this is where all the materials are for wetlands, coastal erosion, and coastal protection. And they also have the Barataria-Terrebonne National Estuary Program. And that Wetland Center is very important, especially now as we're trying to save the wetlands and trying to save the coastline. The New Arts Resource Center is actually the idea of Dr. Melissa Goldsmith, and I was able to meet her too. And this is in the pre-planning phase. So she is in the process of working on writing grants and getting support for this program. So it's not built yet, but I really hope that they're successful in getting this. Because Nicholls is a major repository of Louisiana art, which is something I didn't know. I didn't expect all of this at such a small college. And her vision is to have a new energy-efficient art center, so they want to build it in the green manner, so it's energy efficient, and there will be room for all kinds of art projects and display areas and three-dimensional art, a film viewing area. So this would be really great, not only for the art and music students in Nicholls, but for the surrounding community. And this was my very favorite part, the Louisiana Archives and Cajun History. This is divided into 4 sections: the University Archives, genealogy, rare books about Louisiana or by Louisiana authors, and manuscripts. I was able to meet the archivist, Clifton Theriot, whose bachelor's degree, he got it at Nicholls, was in history. And then he went to LSU and received his MLIS, and his specialty is archives, and he absolutely loves his job, and he was fascinating to meet with, and he showed me all around the library. It was very interesting. The university archives are, of course, all of Allen J. Ellender's papers and anything to do with any of the university publishings. And the section of genealogy is Louisiana genealogy, but also throughout the country and throughout the U.S. The rare books about Louisiana and by Louisiana authors are very, very special, and they have books dating from the 1800s and even earlier, and they also have manuscripts, and it's just really fascinating. And they also do special exhibits. The exhibit that is there right now is the Sainac family oyster business from 1836 to 1926. And Dr. Sainac has researched his family, and he's writing a book about their oyster business, how they came from Barbizon, France to Houma, Louisiana. Houma was the oyster capital of the world at one time, so that's something that I learned. And the exhibit has artifacts, photographs, and documents. I really suggest that you go see it in person if you can, because it's a fascinating exhibit. If you go to, you could just go, I put a hyperlink on the PowerPoint, but you could actually just type in Sainac Family Oysters into Google, and there's a Facebook page that will come up. It's created by the archivist Clift Ontario. The photos are by Misty McElroy, and you can see all of the artifacts that have been collected. And there's a lot of interesting things there. There's coins from the plantations. Each plantation store had its own scrip, its own type of money. There's Confederate money. There's the old antique oyster plates, and there's all the photos from the family, both in France and in Houma, and there's letters back and forth in French and in English, and it's really an amazing exhibit. And you can do that on your own time if you'd like, or you can do it now. And then another thing is there's a virtual tour of Ellender Memorial Library, so I suggest if you get the chance to do that also. And I don't think I went into the budget, but the budget was actually fairly small compared to Stanford. The budget was about $2 million altogether. And let's see, $2,406,280 total. Out of that, $1,079,671 was for salaries, and $634,819 was for acquisitions. So that's about it for now, but I would suggest that you go to the website that I told you about. Thank you. Oh, there's also a bibliography. You can look at the bibliography. And that's it.